everybody, and this is Dom from Upstate Supernatural. I'd like to welcome everybody in, and just trying to get everything all situated. I do have the Sony. It's going right now. You can kind of see it right here. I'm gonna move that camera back just a hair for you. Hopefully, with moving the mouse. But yeah, as you can see with the Sony, it's right here, and the Sony, basically all you got to do is you put on a you pretty much just put on a little C-clamp, little plastic clamp on your scanning button. You can go reverse, you can go forward, and that'll do the sweep for you. So that's kind of the Sony right there. That's what the Sony kind of is and what it looks like. It's very small. It's maybe about this big. It's a very, very small unit. It's this right here. It's very tiny. And a lot of other individuals out in the field, other investigators, they're creating, for instance, Paranormal Crossroads Live. Joe Perry. He actually creates, it's called the Spirit Box Enhancer, SBE, and he utilizes the Sony. That's what he uses for all of his SBEs. So if you guys have ever checked out Paranormal Crossroads Live, or if you haven't, definitely check them out. They got some good, they do live investigations just about once or twice a month, if not almost every weekend sometimes, especially in the summer. But I'm going to go ahead and turn this on. Hello. I'd like to welcome anybody that's able to communicate tonight. This is Dominic. I've had this on for about a half hour or so. I'd like to welcome in Starry, Doppel, Judy, Chris, Ed, Janet, Azazel, anyone else. If I'm missing your name, I'd like to welcome you in. And any spirits, I do apologize. I don't know very many languages. So if you could try to speak English, if you're able to, I'd greatly appreciate that. Or if you have another individual that knows the other languages and can translate for you, I'd appreciate that as well. And I do have this going through a noise suppression, which that's all the way suppressed. You want to be careful using these things because you're gonna take out some of your audio that could be coming through. How is your evening going? Are you enjoying watching me trying to get everything all situated for our event next weekend? You're more than welcome to tag along with us. Renee will be there with us, and we'll have a few others. And to let everybody know that that event next weekend, it is our public investigation at the mall. And we will be having a private investigation in August, which I will be live streaming on our channel. So we're going to get that to you guys so you can be a part of our private investigation. wanted to switch it up this year just so we can focus with the public investigation with the public, and then for our private investigation, kind of stream it, but doing it how we would normally investigate during our regular private investigations. We'll have you guys along with it, and if possible, I'll try to have maybe a phone or something or so forth to see what you guys are saying, see any questions you may have. And that investigation will be August 12th, and should be probably 10 o'clock to 10 p.m. to like 2 a.m. So around there, 10 o'clock, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., somewhere around there. Hello, hello. Can you hear me okay? We're doing this session. We're doing it as a live session. It's kind of what I like to try to do with these. I may miss something, and people in the chat may actually hear it more than I do. And it also allows them to hear how these devices are, and it's kind of a group thing that we're doing. Would you like to say hello to the people that may be viewing this live as we're doing this? I'm going to try to do a little bit longer session tonight. I feel that sometimes we're cutting you off as you're in the middle of a conversation. I don't want to continue doing that. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to write that right in the chat. And if any individuals that we're communicating with, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask those, and we'll try to answer those the best that we can. Brenda, thanks for being in here.
Classic.
I believe I heard please. And everybody, please don't forget to share the session on like your Google Plus or Facebook. Also, if you're not subscribed, feel free to subscribe. We try to put out new content every week. And for those of you that may be on Facebook, I did actually create a Facebook page for Spirit Box Weekly. So if you haven't checked that out, or if you'd like to add that in, you'll be able to see updates and things like that with Spirit Box Weekly. You can find that link in the description below this video. And you just click on that, and you can go ahead and like the page, and it should start you following it. Still have a lot more work to put into it, but below the description of this, there should be a link for the compilation of all the tests that we've done so far with this, and how you can pick up this device. I have an eBay link on there, so you can find that on eBay, and kind of the easiest routes to find the device. I put it in the description for you guys, and it's there's compilation playlist of all the tests for this one, and actually there's playlists for every spirit box that we've tested, and at the information tag of it, it tells you how to pick that up, you know, where you can find it, things like that. These usually go for about 20, I think it's about 25 bucks to 30, 25, maybe 40 at most on eBay. But they're pretty good. The only thing is they don't have an internal speaker, so you gotta have an external speaker for it. Which one of my favorite ones to recommend is these. They're like 30 bucks, I think, at Walmart, maybe even less. And right now on Amazon they're only 15 for these canned speakers, so you can find those. And they have pretty good bass and reverberation, which gives for good communication back. God. What type of topics would you like to try to talk about this evening? Do you enjoy reading, watching movies, listening to music? You ever kind of linger around and just kind of watch Netflix when other people are watching Netflix? Any of those shows you may like? Like to welcome James in the chat. The Bacon Man himself. What's your opinion about the paranormal shows that are out there? Have you seen any of those? Paraghoster, thanks for being in here, bud. You know, like Ghost Adventures, Ghost Hunters, Ghost Lab, Ghost Mine, Paranormal Lockdown, Ghost Brothers, Ghost Asylum. Have you seen any of the paranormal shows? Have you watched that with any of your friends or family? You ever watch the movie The Conjuring? Or Rose Red?
Okay. 50.
And any time if I'm watching a movie here, you're welcome to take a seat and watch it with me. Unless it's too bright and hurts your sight.
To be read.
You ever play any card games? You ever play euchre or pitch or hearts, spades?
Nothing special.
Monopoly? And the slower that you try to talk, it's a little bit easier for us to understand you, just to let you know. Are you able to hear yourself fine? Can you hear yourself okay? Hello. I heard you say hi. I'd like to try something if you don't mind. Can you try to say the same thing just a few times until you can hear yourself? Would that be okay? I'm listening.
Fashion accept.
Now I can use it.
Priority?
Priority?
Bonus hot forecast today.
And I mean no disrespect for this, and we should be careful with this. But one sure way to know if this is someone talking on the other end is if you could say a vulgarity. The reason I say that is the radio waves do not allow that. So if you were able to say maybe a small vulgarity, it would be able to be acknowledged that you are here.
You're smart.
In the blue of love.
Store work.
For only 20.
The cube.
You're sorry? You're sorry for what?
One's
Is this frustrating with you trying to communicate and us only hearing fragments? What would be a suggestion you may have to try to make it easier for us to hear you? Should we turn up the audio?
These things do.
That's better.
The driver
From enjoying daily.
If possible, in DOP, I mean, to hear your name, all you got to do is say it in the mirror. You know, little lame jokes there. We have an individual that he's heard his name almost every session we've done. Would you be able to say Doppler or Dop? Doppelganger? Dop?
Big pay. If you owe cash parking. Online.
All right, I'm going to be leaving this.
Daily driver.
I'm going to turn this down just a little bit, and we're going to do something we've done in the past a little bit, but we're going to try this real quick. Okay, so it's muted. If there's any individuals that may be able to hear us and be able to communicate, my name is Dominic. It is a pleasure to be able to talk with you. It's a pleasure to have you with us. Basically, to explain what's going on, we have individuals in our chat board right here that are able to view this live, and they're able to type responses and almost an immediate response rate. There is a 30-second difference between what I'm saying and what they see. But if you see someone on there, or if there's a question that you enjoy, feel free to ask. Feel free to answer that, or you can ask us any that you may have. So I'm going to start out with, how is your evening going? And I'm going to turn this back on and see if you can answer. And then every time I do a question, I'm going to turn it off and then turn it back on for you to answer. So how are you doing this evening?
Local job.
Okay, let's try it again. Are you here with us right now? Are you in this room? Are you anxious to communicate?
And especially.
Okay, I believe I heard I am, and I am especially. And Judy is curious. Judy Wilson, are you safe where you are at?
Both ready. So you can.
And others are hearing that you may have a question. What is that question? Hello, Bruce.
And build for.
If you asked a question, I was unable to hear it. Could you try to ask that question again?
Supply.
Over the week.
trying to think of another question for you. Have you been around? Have you been here before?
They had a go.
Hello? I hear a female, very young female. Yes, I heard you. Judy is curious. Do you need help? I'm curious as well. What type of help are you looking for? Huh. Interesting. Now what I'm actually going to do, Phil, thanks for being in here. If you guys haven't checked out Phil's channel, the Lifting the Veil Spirit Communication, definitely swing over there, check that out. Check out Chris V's channel as well. Pumpkinhead Paranormal, Spooky and Raven. As I've said for 3 years, we all should try to support each other. We should be fine to communicate. Is it not safe to communicate currently? And guys, what I'm gonna end up doing, I'm gonna boost up this amplifier that's over in front of us. And I'm gonna put a grid pen in here, and let's see what happens.
What's it like? You're gonna put.
You.
They're very. Did you have?
I got.
Good family.
First number one.
Island hero.
I'm back.
It's one point.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to mute this real fast. We're going to do a burst session. Okay? And from now on, I'm actually looking to pick up another DP201. But if you go on eBay right now, they're $130. I'm like, that is crazy, you know. You use something and people start knowing about it, and it goes crazy expensive. That's FM, just to let you know. But yeah, I'm gonna utilize this. This is that Panasonic RRQR. This one is the 80. These recorders, they're similar to the DR60. They're a little bit newer, so they do have probably a little bit cleaner audio, and you can still capture decent EVPs with them. So just to let everybody know, there is a parabolic mic that's on here, and it comes right off. It's just like this, and you can plug it right into the microphone jack. And nice thing with this is it pretty much records only in a 5-foot radius with the parabolic. Hello, hello. We're going to try a burst session. We're going to see if this voice recorder can pick up your voice. Rebecca or Emily or William, would you like to try to use this? How many individuals are here right now trying to communicate? Do you feel happy to be here? Is there anybody you would like to try to talk to? Could you let us know what their name is? And if you'd like to talk to them, what is the message you would like to give to them? And we're going to turn this off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. And what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to patch this in to the same jack that this Sony is in, and I'm going to turn the noise suppression off. And we're going to go like this, unplug that, plug this into that. And the audio may be very loud on this on this, so I'm going to put up an advisory for you. If you're wearing headphones, you're going to want to turn them down to a comfortable level, and then you're going to want to adjust them to a comfortable level for you. So let's go ahead and turn this up. And let's go ahead.
Hello, hello. We're going to try a...
And I'm going to turn off that delay, so that's not on there. We're going to start this over.
5-foot radius with a parabolic. 5-foot radius with a parabolic. Hello.
Okay, let's make sure we're... Okay, so there is only one recording that is on this.
5-foot radius with a parabolic. 5-foot radius with a parabolic. Hello, hello. We're going to try a burst session. We're going to see if this voice recorder can pick up your voice. Rebecca or Emily or William, would you like to try to use this? How many individuals are here right now trying to communicate? Do you feel happy to be here? Is there anybody you would like to try to talk to? Could you let us know what their name is? And if you'd like to talk to them, what is the message you would like to give to them? I'm going to turn this off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. I wasn't hearing too much for replies with that. But I am going to go ahead and plug this back in. And we're going to go ahead and turn it back on. Apparently if you take out the aux, it does stop this from sweeping. So now you guys should be able to see that. So if I go to that view, go like that, it should be able to see it. And then kind of go there.
Social media.
Hello, hello.
on my... Later. You can now.
Go ahead and turn that way and
Hey,
get a little
Nathan.
of that. It takes out a little bit of the fuzz.
Right now. You have.
Try that right there. Let's see how that is.
Yes.
Works pretty good. I'm hearing you say yes. Can you hear yourself pretty good? That is good. That's good. Okay.
Sunday, don't have.
Hello? Yeah, I'm right here. Can you see me? Are you able to see me? Is it better if I turn it back to the device? You're not a fan of being seen on camera, huh?
You think?
Yeah, not a problem. You're very welcome. Are you okay?
Check out.
Many of us are always curious of, you know, when you guys say help us, what exactly are you looking for? For help? And I do see another question as well. Are you here in the room with me? I do apologize. I don't see you. But I do wear glasses, and maybe that's a part of why I can't see you. You feel more comfortable with this viewpoint. I'd like to try to back up a little bit and just relax, and I'd like to chat with you a little bit if you don't mind. What type of things did you do for work? How was like your how's your life? did you work a lot? Did you were you happy with the work that you did? How was your family? Did you and your family get along very well?
Did
you ever get married? You ever have any kids? Are you able to talk with your kids still, or you guys stay in good contact? Yes, you did. And if I repeat anything that you're saying, it's me repeating it just to verify that I heard what you said, just so you know I can hear you. What kind of music did you enjoy listening to, or singing to, or watching? Did you and still do you get to see any concerts, any live concerts? You still feel that you're here with us and everything, correct? I mean, I believe you are. You're in existence with us, so. And not to pry your brain too much, but do you happen to have a knowledge of do you have a knowledge of basically what you would say you are, like how you are, where you are? A lot of individuals, as we're doing this type of thing with spirit communication and so forth, a lot of us probably do it to kind of find answers out of fear of what's going to happen to us after our time is up, and a lot of us are very curious of, is there a light? that you see when that time comes. Do you feel that you have passed on to another level? Like you have ascended to another level? From a lot of experience with doing communication and doing investigating, a lot of us as investigators, we ask you when you died and you know what your name is and all these different things. And if you're not comfortable with communicating about that, I completely understand. I know it's probably a traumatic event. I know it's probably something that's difficult to talk about, and you don't need to. Everybody has a story. Everybody has their life that they've lived. They have beautiful moments and sad moments and tough moments and things like that. And by listening to them, listening to each other, communicating about our stories of our life, there's so much growth and so much beauty that can be learned from that. And that's what I'm trying to do with you.
Keep plus easy.
It's from that.
And I feel you are sharing, so I should share as well. And I feel you're to my right. When I was probably 14 or 15, I was very active in the church and everything in that light. I was an acolyte, I was an usher, I was a lay reader, and I got to know some of the older generation of our congregation. And for me personally, it was always fascinating and really something something drew me to it that I loved. And it was just hearing about people's stories, hearing about how they fell in love with their first wife or their only wife. How things were back in the old days, how they met each other. Especially nowadays, it's very different. Very, very, very different. Now, were you able to find that person, to find that love in life? And with that question, are you still able to be with them, to cherish that time, to cherish those moments?
You're listening. She likes pumpkin.org.
And a lot of those individuals that I did chat with and I got to know, quite a few of them have passed. Harold, Dorothy, Mr. Simonette. They all have progressed to the next phase. And I hope they're in a better place. I hope they're, you know, in heaven or wherever that better place is. But depending on everybody's faith.
I'm on that.
And if you guys are able to talk to each other, you can ask. You can ask, hey, who's this Dom guy? You know,
Sorry.
you don't need to apologize. And Edith Rapley, that I was much older. I was 17 or 18, and she used to do Broadway back in New York City, and she was married, and her husband died in the war, and she never remarried, but she was awesome. She was a fantastic individual to be able to chat with and to learn things from. And she too, she has passed as well, but giving you some references of you guys chat with each other, you find out who I am, you know. Well, I don't want to stop this session right now, so we can keep talking. I'd like to continue chatting with you, and if you'd like me to turn this off, you're more than welcome to let me know, and I will.
What is it?
Good night, Starry. What other things would you like to try to chat about? Is there curiosities of how this works? How we're able to talk? And is this the first time that you feel you're being heard? I feel very cold presence to my right hand side, and it's kind of all around. It's not really behind me, and that's fine. I'd like to thank you. I'd like to thank you for taking the time to chat with me, to tell us a little bit about your story in life, and I appreciate you listening to parts of mine, actually. I tend to do these sessions, especially testing out like this device or other spirit communication devices. I usually do that on Fridays, and Thursdays we also do spirit communication. You are always welcome to try to communicate, and I can try to do more sessions just privately so that we can talk as well. Could you, if that sounds good to you, could you let me know like a good time that works for you? Noon is gonna be a little tough. how often should we try to do these communications? Try to do it daily or every other day?
Suzanne?
Suzanne.
Night.
Well, we're gonna probably tie this up a little bit. I'd like to thank you again. Thank you so much for taking the time to sit here and chat. And I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off. Okay, that's off, everybody. But I'd like to thank everybody for being here and being involved with all this. And I do see the questions popping in the chat. Azazel, thank you for typing all that you're typing. I believe you're trying to translate what I'm saying to the spirits as well, and I do appreciate that. Thank you very much for doing that. And I'd like to thank everybody that was able to be here this evening. I'd like to thank the individual that we were communicating with. I definitely felt, there's some decent communication in there a little bit. And I look forward to seeing everybody. This Sunday, I should have Interview with the Ghost Hunter. Should be live at 9 p.m. on Sunday. And next weekend, due to our event that we're hosting, it is on a Friday evening. So I regrettably will be unable to do this Spirit Box Weekly. But I will be coming back the week after, and we'll continue forward. But next week, we shouldn't have any shows except for another interview with a ghost hunter next Sunday, and I believe there should be one this Sunday as well, if all goes according to plan and schedules and such. But I do thank you all for being in here, and again, as always, if there's things you would like to see done in different techniques or different questions, always feel free to leave comments, and always feel free to just let me know. And I'd be happy to try to improve in whatever ways we can with what we're trying to do. Also, don't forget to check in the description if you're on Facebook and you'd like to follow the Spirit Box Weekly series. You can do that now. We have that set up on Facebook. And trying to think if there's anything else. No Loving Whispers either Thursday next week. Just to give everybody kind of a week. Just a week break. Renee and I will be Renee, Nick, co-founder of Upstate Supernatural, the three of us, and Pat, who's also on our website. We'll be at the Finger Lakes Mall doing a public investigation, and we'll be collaborating with White Light Research. And again, if you're following us on Facebook, you can find them too. Just type in White Space Light Research, White Space Light Space Research. And I'd like to call it like a sister group out of our area. It's all female, and we're kind of, a majority of us are mostly guys on the Upstate team, besides Renee and Shelby. But it's kind of nice, being able to do love doing the public investigations, getting the public involved, and getting people involved. It's a good thing. But don't forget to check out each other's streams. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you wouldn't mind, please. That'd be much appreciated. And I think that's all. I think that's everything. We have one more week testing this Sony out, and the week when we come back to do the last week, I'll put up a poll again. I do have the SCD-2 that we can test that, or another one that was suggested to me is called the Vortex, made by Max Payne, I believe, and be happy to, whichever one you guys choose, we can go ahead with that. And I also still have the DX Realistic 395, so we could switch to that too. So I'll put those in the list in a poll for you guys for the next video, so everybody can kind of vote on it. So I appreciate everybody being here, and I'm gonna go ahead and head off for the night. So have a great evening, everybody. Have a beautiful weekend, and I shall see you when we're back on.